Salutations and good morning everyone, and welcome to another grounded update video where today we're hopping back into the public test server of 6.0 so I can explain to you guys all about bees. Yes, you guys have wanted bees for the longest time and they finally added them to the game. And there's a couple different things that you can build with the bees, and I want to talk about the gear that you get, where to find bees, and then also the best ways to take them out because they actually are kind of a pain. And then I want to talk a little bit about a bonus thing that's in the game as well that you guys can go and find that's still in development, but we're going to be able to find it today and talk about it a little bit more. So first off, bees are super easy to find. You can see them floating around the backyard all the time. But one of the biggest questions I get asked is, Sim, how do you get the bees to come down because they're up there? You guys can use lure traps, or you guys could use pollen to get them down. Sometimes you get very lucky and one gets stuck. And I'm going to show you guys one of the ways to take out a bee when it's stuck on the ground, okay? What I would suggest is you make yourself a mosquito rapier and you have your full ladybug gear. And if you just walk up and you start attacking the bee, now I am on mild mode, so you're going to notice that I'm not going to take as much damage. But if you keep moving around the bee, never stay in front of it, move around the bee, try to dodge as many of its attacks as you can, and then use the mosquito rapier to use the healing ability that comes with it to get your person back healed up. It's a very easy way to take out the bees, and you can get a lot of bee parts really quickly. There are some items that are still coming in the game, like a bee carpet that's going to be allowed to put on the ground to give you a little bit more aesthetic to your base. That's not yet in the game yet, still in development. So once that comes out, I'll get you guys a little bit more informed. But you guys will see that the bees end up going up here towards the top. Oh, be gone. Haha, be gone, get it? What's attacking me? What's attacking me? I think that orb reaver might be trying to attack me, but he can go away. Okay, so what you're going to say is, Sim, but the bees are way the heck up there. How do you get them down? And it's the same thing as you do if you were trying to fight a wolf spider and you didn't want it to get near you. You just grab your bow and open up and grab your gas arrows. And as soon as you have your gas arrows, you're pretty much good to go, and you can gas the bees. Now, this one is once again stuck on the ground here. This is one of the glitches that's in the game. But if you peg it with a gas arrow, it will come down. And then you can go back through and use your mosquito rapier in order to attack the bee again, and you can pretty much take it on. I would suggest you go ahead and use a shield as well when fighting these guys because you will block more damage, but you could take them out easy enough. Now, there is an even easier way to take down these bees, and all you need is a gas mask in succession of what you already have equipped if you're just trying to get them on the ground. So here I have my gas mask. I'm going to run over here and we're going to grab another bee that's floating around, and I'd love to show you guys what I'm talking about. Now, this technique came from Rodar, from watching him last night. Awesome channel. Really awesome channel. Guys, just go out, Roodar. Rodar, awesome gamer, great at grounded. Go ahead and check his channel out. A little shout out there for him. But here we go. We have a bee right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot over a gas arrow at him and he's going to come and attack me. Now, what I've noticed is if you just have your gas mask on and you just go around and shoot gas arrows at the ground, the amount of damage that he's going to take from the compounding gas is going to be enough to wipe him out with next to no problem. Yes, I allowed him to attack me there, but that's because I wanted you guys to see how quickly, with just a couple compounded gas arrows, can take these guys out. So make sure you guys get up as many gas arrows as you can, because with everything new that's added to the game, those gas arrows are almost priceless now. Getting things out of the sky so you can fight them, you really need as many gas arrows in the game as you can. Another thing I would suggest you guys make up a couple of, because while you're doing this, you may be getting area attacks done. Yes, you're going to be using the gas, but you're probably also going to take some damage. They've added something to the game that's going to help with that, and that's underneath the health and snacks. They have this Heelbasa that's in here now. Super easy to make. 1 blood sack, 2 silk rope. Super duper easy to make. Just go take out some spiderlings if you want to get some web fiber to make the silk rope. Super duper easy. You throw these at the ground and it gives you a small area of healing where you can do that jumping around technique, shooting arrows at the ground, getting that compound effect. Because where I'm going to go over to show you guys here in a little bit, you're going to want to have a lot of gas arrows getting sent out, because if you aggro one bee, multiple bees get aggroed. It's like the ants. If you anger one, all of them in the vicinity that see you fighting one will come to protect the other ants, or the other bees, not ants, just like the ants in their hives, in their holes, the beehive is going to be the same thing. And yes, there is a beehive, and that's what I'm going to show you guys in a second. But before we jump over and do that, I want to talk to you guys about the gear that you get. So a lot of you guys are wondering, well, what's the gear and how do you get it? Well, the bee gear is actually super easy to make. It's silk rope and berry leather. It's a tier 2 set of armor, and you guys can make this one up pretty easily. All you got to do is just go through and kill out some bees, gather yourself some berry leather, and you'll have no problem at all getting this set. Now, each piece is going to give you plus sprint distance. You'll notice that the defense is fairly high. It's a little bit higher actually than the actual spider gear. So I'd suggest if you guys are looking for a good set of gear to use besides your spider armor, if you're just looking to be able to sprint around, because these have the quickness making you sprint faster, this has sprint distance, which makes it so you can sprint further. And the other thing is the set bonus for all 3 of these is actually called Fuzzy Cushion, Land with Softness. It allows you to be able to jump from further heights and land on the ground without taking as much damage. And let's face it, the bee armor does look kind of cool, so who wouldn't want to wear this while you're running around? The other things that come with the bees are fairly simple. It's not super intuitive. It's just a stinger spear. This is what comes from using the bees. It is the tier 2 spear. It's up there in damage, only rivaled by the bone trident, which gives you some stun. It's also a spear, but at the end of the day, this is a lot easier to make, and it also has a critical hit chance up higher. So that plus coup de grace is going to make it so you almost crit every time you hit. So really cool thing to use. You can make up a couple of these. You can even make, I would suggest making like 5 or 6 of them, keeping in your inventory, because you can actually throw them. Okay, and with everything being in the air, being able to throw stuff like this is going to be even bigger of a boost to your actual being able to go through the game. So highly suggest making some of these really good. Now, the last thing I want to do is I want to show you guys what's in progress with the bees and what they're still working on. So first off, I know that they're working on a trap that's going to come from the bees, and it's going to be a sticky trap that is laid down. It's like a big spot of honey on the ground, and I'm assuming it's going to be used to have things get stuck in there, whether they're flying around or other things, where you're going to be able to set down one of those, back up, things will walk into it, get stuck. You can use gas arrows or regular arrows to take them out, maybe even a poison arrow to take things out super easy. That's coming. Like I said earlier, I was talking about a bee carpet that's coming in. Let me see if I can spawn that one in. So it's not going to be this big, but this is it spawned in. This is just the texture that they're working on at the moment. This is going to end up being what rugs look like in the game. They're going to be a lot smaller. I'm assuming they're going to be the size of your actual, like a standard floor piece that you put down. They're going to be about this size. So as you can see that they're quite a bit bigger than what they're supposed to be right now. So this is just because the art team is currently in development, getting the carpet hashed out, making sure that the graphics are there and everything before they actually put it in the game. The last thing I want to show you guys, I'm going to go into bug camera mode so I can fly over there really quick, is right over here underneath the bench, underneath the picnic table that's over here, is an actual beehive. Now, I have no idea why all these bees are currently floating on top of the table. I don't think they're supposed to be there. I'm assuming that they're supposed to be going through all over here, getting flowers and nectar and stuff. But this is where the beehive's going to be. And I know a lot of people right now are saying, Sim, that looks super dumb. Why does that look like that? That doesn't look like it's complete. And you guys are correct. It's not complete. They're putting it in there as a point of reference for future updates on where the actual beehive is going to be, and also where we're going to be able to find probably the queen bee, being able to harvest honey from the ground and all of that. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot because I just like how that looks. Hello, Mr. Bird. But you guys can see that this beehive is not nearly big enough for how big the bees actually are, so it's gonna get bigger, it's gonna get more textured, and they're gonna add even more to the game. But guys, that is pretty much all when it comes to bees. I want to thank every single one of you guys for coming and clicking on this video today. Make sure you guys click that like button, subscribe today for more awesome grounded videos, and also guys, leave me a comment down below what you're most excited about in update 6.0, because I'm running a survey right now and I would love to make a comments video from all of you guys on why we love grounded so much. I really do appreciate it. Hit that join button for a little bit of extra support. I do appreciate that as well, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.